This European cricket event is proudly brought to you by our official timing partner, Rado, and our official charity partner, Share the Meal by the United Nations World Food Programme.
Good morning, cricket lovers. I hope you're having a wonderful start to your Sunday. Rico full here at the beautiful La Manga Resort. This is the La Manga Cricket Ground, and we're ready for the final between the La Furia Roja and the Marea Azul. Now, there are some updates that I need to give you. I know a lot of people have been asking the question on the chat. It was announced late last night that because of injuries, and those of you that have been following this Rodriguez Trophy will know that there were several injuries throughout the first 2 days. Now, because of injuries, a decision has been made that this match, the final, the decider, will be a T10 match, so 10 overs per side. Now, a lot of people have been asking about some of the players that are out. I can confirm that for La Furia Roja, that Christian Muniz-Mills, their captain, will not be playing. Remember, at the end of that match yesterday, what the Furia lost, that he was injured and had to be helped off, assisted off the field, so he's not playing. And from the Marea Azul, they've got Alex Davidson Soler out. He picked up an injury, of course, early yesterday as well. So that's the details. And let's go to the middle, where, of course, the umpires are getting things ready. That's umpire Naveed and Ijaz. And a quick recap then on what happened yesterday. Match number 3 was won by the La Furia Roja. Fantastic batting performance from Christian Muniz-Mills, 76 of 43. He was the player of the match, and though there was some excellent hitting there towards the end from Machi Roman, 26 of 9 balls to help get them that win. Atif Mahmood did take 4 for 29. There was also another 4 for in the day, and this time it was from Hamza Salim Dar. Hamza was in incredible form with the bat and with the ball, but picked up 4 for 21 for the Marea Azul, who won that match number 4, 182 to 141, to set up this match, the final. Welcome to everybody in the chat. Hello to Julian Dawson. Hello, Sarah, to you as well. Hello, Dave. And I know that John Heeson was in the chat earlier, and Crashmaster is in there. A lot of people in the chat expecting to see a very good final. Hello to Paulo Kempin in there as well. It's going to be a good one. Now, it is T10, so we're going to go to T10 as you know it, folks. We will bowl from one end, so all the bowlers will bowl from the nets end, the practice end, and in terms of wides, they'll go to the T10 wides. I'm assuming the umpires, anything down the leg side will be a wide. So we are ready to go. This is the final. Winner takes all. Here comes the first from Mohamed Kamran. And it's played straight back to him. So the toss was won by La Furia Roja. Some people still asking the question, and they have decided to have a bat first. First one just played out back to the bowler. Here's the next, and that one's going a long way. That is a biggie. Balle, Kinna Sona, Shakalagya. That's the way we do it. And remember, when it comes to T10, there's nobody better than these boys from Barcelona. And Isan goes big. Boom! Shakalagya. Massive hit. Remember, on the European Cricket Network, Mohamed Isan is the top scorer, the highest run scorer. And he does love this format. And he crunches that big. Good morning from myself, Rico Full. Santiago is here, and Paulo. John Howden, CEO, doing the scoring, and Dan Walker as well, doing the roaming camera. We're all looking forward to bringing you the best possible action in this final. Cammy hasn't really had the kind of tournament that he would like. And Poke Daddy say, come on, Marea Azul. the big shot. This time it's a swing and miss. You can see that DDC is out there with Isan. Three over power play, remember. Oh, it's gone through pretty quickly as well. So swinging and missing. Isan just changed his length then. Kami's just a little bit shorter. You see that ball is around the shoulder height of Isan. Looks like that Maximo fired up. Mohamed Cameron, and now he goes for the Yorker in the block hole. Good change up of length. Isan trying to work it away there on the onside. Leg by. Signaled there by the umpire. Another one to go on the board. 7 without loss. Also come in this, the first over. Have a look at the Maximo rate. So the La Furia are now second behind La Maria Azul. Now that's another short delivery. That one probably is the one for the over. I know that's been saved by Mohamed Cameron, because he knows he won't be told that she won for the over, because it is the end of the over. 7 without loss. And of course, folks, after this match, once the match is done, we will have the presentations being done for this Juan Carlos Rodriguez Trophy. And of course, thanks to his company, Grupo One. Grupo One, of course, have sponsored all the players' shirts and caps, as well as the 3 awards. And the awards that I'm talking about, as well as the beautiful cup that will be presented. And thanks to Jose Enrique Perez Navarro and his company, Formulux, for the beautiful trophy. We might be able to get you the trophy on the screen a little bit later, and give you a chance to have a look and admire it. It's quite a beauty, it really is. But nice to see that Jose's family also will be here for the presentation. But there also will be awards for the best batter and best bowler. And that's all thanks to Juan Carlos Rodriguez Company, Grupo One, who are the sponsors and the partners for that. Doesn't really get this right. It gets snatched at. They think about 2, and they probably will get there. Charlie does the fielding. Charlie Ministrovic comes in and gets the throw in, but well run by the batters with those fielders back on the boundary. Plenty of time to make the 2. Both men back on the lakeside boundary. No surprise really that to Isan. And that's a good delivery. Rising ball outside the off from Atif Mahmood. What about this for a bowling attack, eh? Mohamed Cameron, then followed by Atif Mahmood. And there's that trophy for you. Isn't a beauty? And once again, thank you to Jose Enrique Perez Navarro and his company, Formlux, for that. It's going to be a wide. That trophy, actually, we'd have to say it's a trophy for the environment. It's an environmental friendly trophy, made of things like sugar cane and other bits and pieces. I'll tell you more about that a bit later. But it is quite stunning. Looks spectacular. I wonder if I know the trophy's out there somewhere. Maybe Dan the man with the roaming cam can maybe get us a look of it. I mean, Dan might be able to get it on the camera there as well. But yeah, it is a beautiful trophy. Some people on the chat saying, well, hello to everybody on the chat as well. Nice to have you with us. Poke Daddy saying T20 would have been better. I think we all agree with you. There it is again, looking marvellous with the Spanish flag and making it stand out even more. It's a beautiful trophy. Thanks very much there to Dan. Perfect timing, Dan, and leads me on to our other partner, Rado, our official timekeeper. And they're from Switzerland. Rado, great to have you on board. Atif Up in the air, but he's going to get in the gap, and that'll be 6 runs. Shaba, Kinna, Sona, Manos, arriba, Vitro, porque eso es 6 carreras. Y ahora DDC, Daniel Dolcae, también tiene 6 carreras. Empieza bien, DDC. What a battle this is. 2 top quality batters, Isan and Gaye, and a quality bowler of Atif Mahmood doing battle. And Mahmood gets one through, but it's been spilt there by the keeper, Rimmer. And the batters will get a bye. Yeah, interesting over so far, so it's very much a 50-50, and Atif Mahmood beating the bat, causing problems, but then the batter's hitting back. He'll want to finish the over well. 18 on the board, expecting those scores to be a lot more explosive, and he's gone here, I think. They like it, and he is walking, is he? The umpire didn't give a signal. He's not walking. Well, there, Lee Rimmer was sure that caught something. They went up. They liked it. The 2 umpires now talking about this. I wonder if they're checking if it carried. I think that's the only thing I think here that Naveed could be doing with Ijaz. I think it hit the bat, but did it carry to the keeper? Let's wait and see what the decision is going to be here. All eyes on the umpire Naveed. What's going to be his decision? Out. He's gone. He has been given. And that's great. Umpiring also from the match officials. Looking dashing in black here. Umpire Naveed and Ijaz. There definitely was contact there. I think you probably saw that there from the replay. And I think umpire Naveed knew that Naveed but he just wanted to check that the catch was cleanly taken there by the wicketkeeper. Lee Rimmer has a chat with Ijaz. Ijaz says, yep, it was caught, went back to his position, gives the decision. Quality work from the umpires, and quality there also from Atif Mahmood. Remember, I said he was in great form yesterday when he picked up 4 for 29. Well, he's got the breakthrough. He's got the wicket of Isan. Isan will go for 9. So, no fireworks really from Isan, just that one big boundary. Isan goes. Rimmer takes the catch. Gets the 18. Mohamed Cameron will continue, and that means we'll also bowl himself out here. Cammy shot starts with that short, sharp delivery. And well bowled. Trying to really G up the bowler. They know that if they can get the best out of Mohamed Cameron today, then it could be the Maria Azul team that will lift up that fabulous trophy. Once again, that just tucks up DDC. They are going to take 2. Takes a long time for Hamza Salim Dar to get to that. The only difference, folks, between this T10 contest to the ones that we normally show you is the boundary sizes. The boundary sizes have remained the same. Now, the 2 boundaries straight probably are about just 5 meters or so longer than what we would normally have. But the ones on the side, as I said before, they're about 70 meters. So the boundaries have not been moved at all. They have stayed the same. Matthew Rahman, who was incredible with his hitting yesterday, has come in at number 3. Trying to make things happen for his side. National Garlic today, folks. So enjoy your garlic on this Sunday. I know a man who likes his garlic is Santiago. James Cantor. We did. Oh, that's a spicy delivery. That's got to be, I reckon, one for the over. And there is that signal, I think, from the umpires. Look at the spice on that. And now some sort of conversation there. Wow, I'm liking this between Mohammed Cameron and DDC. Well, there's a little bit of fire there in the middle. Well, La Furia Roja. DDC is asking the question if that was over the shoulder. I'm pretty sure it was. Surely that was over the shoulder. But a little bit of fire in the middle, a little bit of masala with a little bit of garlic on this National Garlic Day. Kami. Oh, that's quick. Oh, that is quick. He's going to go all the way to the bound. Oh, the fielder goes down. Oh, boy. I think he's managed to stop this, though. Let's have a look at this if we got this again. That's quite sensational. Well, you'll have to go back in your screens and just go back and watch it. That was, he went flying. It was a bit of a wipeout. There's a little bit of dew still on the ground. Not as much as normal we have in the mornings because we have started that a little bit later. But he does make the save, and that was buys. It was quick. That was quick. DDC probably now expecting the shorter delivery to finish the over from Kami. And it is. And that's quick. That's rapid. That's fantastic bowling. Mohammed Cameron just stands in the middle, has a few words there with DDC. DDC doesn't want to engage. Well, you can see, look, these players know each other really well. But when it comes to playing for this trophy, when it comes to being competitive, they are competitive. They want this. There's no friendliness there at all. End of the power play. 22 for 1. And 4 runs coming off that over. 2 leg byes and 2. So that's Mohammed Cameron completed. And just 8 runs from his 2 overs. Yeah, I mentioned it's National Garlic Day today. I know James Cantor loves his garlic. We had a pizza yesterday. We did go for a bit of a drive. And, we went to Cabo de los Palos. And it was fantastic. There's that trophy again. That's what they're playing for. That's what they want to get their hands on. And that's what at the moment is causing the fire and the fight between these two teams. The La Maria Azul and La Furia Roja. Back to the action here. So yeah, National Garlic Day celebrates the history of garlic in addition to its glorious taste. And talk about glorious taste, that is a beautiful shot. That is an incredible strike. What a hit that is. Incredible. That's exceptional. Matthew Rahman has played an absolute beautiful shot. Wow. 6 runs. Kinna sona aashota dekhe swad aa gaya. Bada acha shot Maria. 6 runs. Matty gets off the mark with 6. I think all 3 batters, in fact, have probably got off the mark with 6. Yeah, National Garlic Day helps experts and average people alike to explore the history of this bulb, learning how it came to be one of the most popular flavors in the world. Yeah, Garlic Day today. Well, they just want to get this field right. They're taking their time, I think. You can see Mohammed Cameron also getting involved. So there's a lot of finger pointing and trying to get things right. Yasser in the end gets convinced by Cameron to push Charlie back onto the boundary. So quick look at the boundary riders here. Now remember, the power play is complete. And I'll talk about that in a minute. That's going to be a wide this time from Atif. So we've got 2 men straight. They have got a square leg back on the boundary, but very, very fine. They've also got fine leg, and the sweeper out the off tries to work his away, asking the question, and he's got him. He's got him trying to work away the straight ball. A huge appeal there from Atif Mahmood, and he gets his second. And look at the appeal. He's 100% sure that he's got his man. And once again, it's the dreaded finger of umpire Naveed that has to go up. And can look here, it's pretty full. He's tried to work this ball, he's tried to work the straight ball around. Now maybe it's just a little bit of off-pace delivery, but he's got him right in front there, you can see, and the umpire just has to decide whether that's going to go on and hit the stumps. And Naveed Bhatt says, yes, it will. So Matthew Rahman plays a sensational shot for 6 and then gets himself out after the wide ball. So that's going to be the end of Matty. He'll go also for just one scoring shot. 6 of 2 deliveries, leg before to the bowling of Atif. Now, I tell you what, Atif, with the 4 he took yesterday, I know one of his overs went for 20, the over number 19 in that very close match number 3, which was won by La Furia Roja when they were chasing 182 and they got there with 3 balls to go. But yeah, he's over number 19. It went for 20. But I think he's probably the leading wicket taker now. I think Manav Nayak is probably there or thereabout. So Atif could be getting the prize for the best bowler. Certainly his name is in the hat, along with 1 or 2 others. He's still got 4 balls in this, which would be his last over. Oh, it's another one maybe. Huge appeal. This time, no, says the umpire. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look. We're not really going to get a good angle of this because where DDC is when he's following through. But it's not that far away, is it? Babar Khan is the new batter. Babar gets to the other end. They'll take the leg by. Yeah, Babar would love to come good here. It's his format though, isn't it, T10? Most people are saying, well, where's Mohammed Babar? That's a bit of bat on this. It's going to go for 4. And no fine leg or third back. And 4 carreras. It's a risk, isn't it? Not having anybody back, especially when you've got bowlers who've got genuine pace. Take a look at this again. And the climbing heavy ball. And look at the reactions there from Atif Mahmood. That's the double teapot. Can't believe it. 4 runs, 4 carreras. Suerte. Montón de suerte. Atif has a little chat there with Mohammed Cameron, who himself bowled beautifully. These 2 overs only went for 8. And that's up in the air. Is he going to get this in the gap? He is, and I think that goes all the way. Manos arriba, 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 árbitro, porque eso es 6 carreras más. ¡Qué guay! ¡Qué genial! ¡Qué grande! Este golpe es muy dulce. Más dulce de tarta de chocolate. 6 carreras más. And did he say he weathered the storm from Mohammed Cameron, didn't he? Cameron beat him all hands up with a ferocious spell of bowling. Now did he see he's starting to rock and roll. 18 off 11. And that's hit beautifully on the offside. Nobody stopping that. That's a cracking shot. That's going to be the end of Atif Mahmood's spell, and it will finish pretty expensive in the end. 31 coming from it. And a couple of edges in there as well, but that's an expensive over. 44 for the 2. And in that over, they've just doubled the score. 22 runs coming off the over. 4 runs. Nicely played. I know we got Dan Walker with us. Dan, of course, is from Madrid. And talking of Madrid, hi to John Woodward. And I know John Woodward, I'm pretty sure he's got a soft spot for Amaretto. Would he be happy today? Because it is a National Amaretto Day. Amaretto is an Italian drink that has that lovely almond flavour and a slightly bitter aftertaste. In fact, the name Amaretto translates as something like little bitter one, as it comes from the Italian word amaro, meaning bitter. But interestingly, the word also is very similar to the Italian word for love, which is amor. This drink can be used to create cocktails and delicious desserts, or be delightful just on its own. So, National Amaretto Day. And John Woodward, if you're listening, enjoy your Amaretto Sunday. Bit of spin. And you know from the grunt that it's Burns, Lorne Burns. I've got to speak to him about this grunt. He never had this grunt before, you know, Lorne. He's now the grunting spinner. Do follow us on the European Cricket Network. Plenty of cricket to come for you as well. When that's sliced, it's going to get through. Well stopped. Just going to be a single. Yeah, plenty of cricket coming your way. We will go back to Sporting Hour fast on starting there on the 23rd of the month. Just holds that one back slightly. DBC punches it out the off. They'll get the single, but no more. Well bowled. No pace on that at all. Limmer takes the glove off quickly to view that one. And of course, I can't go through the day. Only the one match today, so got to get me stats and facts in pretty quickly, and I can't. That's hit beautifully, and don't worry about that. It's a lovely shot. Time epically, glorious stroke. What a lovely hit that is from Danny Adol-Kaya. I mean, I mentioned with the bowlers that the likes of Atif Mahmood, Manav Nayak, I mean, Lorne himself, if he has a good spell here, and, you know, could be in the reckoning with the best bowler of this Rodriguez Trophy. What about batter? I mean, in batting terms, we've had he should be out here, and that's gonna be very close, but does make it. I think the throw from Rabbani, he wasn't quick enough to get there, I feel. It took a while, and then the arm wasn't very strong. They took a chance, and they make it. But yeah, but just talking about the batting's pretty open. I think a good performance from one batter in this final could be decisive. And who's the best batter? The 50 also comes up at the halfway point. 55 for 2. That over goes for 11. So the last 2 overs have gone very well. Yeah, I was saying that good performance in the final. I mean, Hamza's got to have his name in the hat. Hamza Salim Dar, DDC, Christian Munuz Mills, but unfortunately Christian not playing in this match. So let's see how it goes. Yeah, what I wanted to mention was 1933. Cricket's first and only superstar umpire is born when Harold Dicky Bird took up umpiring after a modest first-class career with Yorkshire and Leicestershire. The thought that he would eventually write the best-selling sports autobiography in British history would never have seemed likely and would have seemed utterly ridiculous to most people, but he did. After 66 tests, that's hit firmly up in the air, and it's going to go all the way. And in Dicky Bird style, Naveed Butt will put his hands in the air and say, that is 6 runs. Yeah, born in 1933. And, yeah, he did write that best-selling sports autobiography. And he did it after 66 test career that ended emotionally and tearfully at Lord's in 1996. The great late Dicky Bird. What a character he was as well. And I know that he's an inspiration to many umpires. Well, that was crunch. Baba Khan. We haven't seen the best of him. In fact, we haven't seen much of him. Let's see if you can keep this up, Babar. Swings and miss it, goes straight through him. Hamza Salim Dar mentioned that he certainly has his name in the hat for the batter, and with a good spell of bowling, who knows, even the bowler He's a very good all-rounder. He's been in the wickets as well as Hamza. And that's that slow, I think, cross-seam, slow delivery which gets past Babar just very intelligently. He's taking the pace off the ball. And you can see DDC now having a word with Babar Khan Bruni. Okay. Just saying, okay, you're just trying too hard. Relax. Gave him a few tips. Let's see how he goes. Hello to Chris Edison, who also joins us in the chat. Now they're making a change in the field here. Give me that field at the moment. They've got the two on the leg side that you would have there to Babar. You've also got long. Everybody's moved round one basically. They've put an extra man on the leg side. So they've got four on the leg side. You basically got behind square. Then you got mid wicket, one in between mid wicket and square, and a very straight long on and long off. Nobody on the offside, and he's going to be gone here. It's a great take from Lee Rimmer, and it's a great bit of bowling as well. Fantastic bowling from Hamza Salim Dar. This was quick. Look, the quicker one gets a bit of the edge. The thing is here, I think DDC was trying to tell Babar, look, try and play out the off. But Babar just said yes, 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 but still went for his normal shot. Great take. Look at Rimmo. Look where he's taken that. Fantastic bit of action there. Well captured there by Polo, who sat next to me here. Brilliant work from Polo. And that's another wicket. And that's going to be the end of Babar Khan. So only DDC holding the innings together here. Babar will go for a run of ball 8. And once again, it's Lee Rimmer behind the stumps who takes the catch. And Hamza notches up another scalp for him. Yeah, hello Chris Edison, I hope you're well. So another batter will now have to come out to face the fire, to face the music. And it's the left-hander, young Sebastian, who's not really known for his muscle hitting or power hitting. He will stroke the ball around, and I think as a result of that, they have brought everybody in on the offside apart from long off. And, well, he could be gone first ball, and he will be gone first ball. It's an absolute disaster here for La Furia Roja. Well, they are seeing red at the moment. Catch has been taken. It's going to be a golden duck here. Let's see the replay first. Ball goes up in the air. Good catch taken there by Charlie, and a good shot taken there by Jaime as well. Click, click, click. Smile, please. And it's Goldie. The golden wiki. A robo-duck is out there. That is going to be the end of Sebastian. Gets done by that short delivery. And Hamza Salim Dar is now on a hat-trick. And after we see Sebastian go, very first ball. And it looks like the La Maria Azul bowlers have saved their best for the final. Charlie takes the catch. Hamza makes it 2 in 2. Hat-trick ball. And it's a good delivery. Gets it through. Taken by Rimmer, but just misses the edge. And Christopher G. William Lopez. Here's the batter that has gone in there now. And what can he do? What he's got to do really here, and that's probably that conversation at the moment there in the middle, is that he's got to be thinking about, okay, I've got to give support here to DDC. Hello viewers, wherever you're tuning in from. Remember that this is the final, but it is T10. T10, that will be the final, and the reason for that is because a lot of the injuries that the players have picked up. So you are watching the final, but it's T10. 4 overs to go in this innings. And Lorne Burns to bowl his second over, over number 7. Score 61 for 4. 2 wickets to fall in that one, and just the 6 runs. And DDC plays it away, and it's a great effort there from Charlie, but he can't stop it. He's found this gap. I think that's probably the third, if not the fourth time, DDC. I think they need to think about the field here. I mean, do they put another one across? But DDC plays, he's a 360 player, and he'll then just start to hit on the offside. Or do they move everybody just around a little bit to try and get that field in the right position? But a good shot. Fantastic effort from Charlie. Charlie the ball touchy effort to Mari. Dive Mari, but Joka Lagia. They are just making a slight movement there. And now, this is what I mean about DDC. He can just change and go the other way. And that's exactly what he does. Good batting from Daniel Dulkaya. Well, the other batters are falling like flies. But DDC, he is standing tall and standing firm. Well, he still has some fury in him. He still has some rage, some red rage. La Furia Roja trying to get to a score that they can defend here. And liking the spin at the moment. Lorne needs to come up with a plan. Cammy shouts some instructions through to him. Lorne has a look, has a think, and does make a change. Looks like he is. Yeah, seems to have moved a sweeper now around. So everybody's sort of kind of moved around a bit. Put a sweeper out there on the offside. So Cammy was in front of us, has gone to long on. Charlie's moved to mid-wicket, square leg. So that gap, once again, is open there if DDC wants to go that way. And he doesn't quite get this, but he wants to. And I think he'll get too easy. Here comes the throw, and DDC is home already. Very quick, very early shout of two. Quick look at where these runs are being scored. 55% there on that leg side mid-wicket boundary. And then 20% down into that long off area. And that's going to be more. Well, that 6% might change a little here, but only by a few. It won't be a boundary. It's kind of been fielded, but it was a little flimsy flick back from the man on the boundary. And I think the batters, if they were a bit alert there, they perhaps could have taken three. But I wonder if the plan here is for DDC to have as much of the strike here as possible. It's definitely got to be the plan. That's crunch. Oh boy, that has been absolutely belted. And I know that some of the La Manga Torre boys are having a net here. Well, boys, can we have our ball back, please? And it's highly recommended that you do practice wearing a helmet, because there's going to be a few coming your way. That was big. That was enormous. That was a massive six. And DDC is one away from 50. Daniel Dolkar, remember in match number 1, he started with 0, but he came good in match 2 with 65. And since then, he's been in the runs, isn't he? He's doing it again here. That's high, over the top, off the infield. Very intelligent batting, and what a knock that has been. Take a bow, DDC. 53 of just 21 deliveries, and this is how he brings it up. And Lorne Burns, our baller there, board shit to the pay, Jutiya Paiyan. That's an expensive over. It's gone for 22. And score 83 for 4. And now, look at that, 4, 4, 2, 2, 6 and 4. And hungry for more, very much so indeed. Let's talk about some other things on this day. Hey, question time. Who holds the record for the slowest double 100 in first-class history? That's my question for this innings. I will reveal maybe at the start of the first. So who holds the record for the slowest double 100 in first-class history? A question there for you all on this National Amaretto Day. And I don't know if they go well together. National Garlic Day. Well, maybe. They do say that amaretto does have a slightly bitter aftertaste. So eat your garlic and have an amaretto. I know who likes the garlic. Santiago, he was putting extra garlic on his pizza last night. That's his trick. Myself and Bowler, were just using the chili oil. And a very nice pizza it was too. Yes, sir. Into the attack. Yes, sir, Ali. And another dot. And I wonder if they've gone yes it here because they thought, okay, we've got to bowl him at some point. We have got Chris on strike, so let's try and keep him on strike. Couple of balls, couple of dots. That's after a big over that went for 22. That's it, just chipped up in the air. Just wanted to get bat and ball to get a single. Now this is going to be a very good contest. Yes, here. Taking on the firepower of DDC. Field changes. 3 go back on the leg side boundary. Long off goes back and a sweeper out on the off. See if DDC tries to go a little bit funky here. Go down on one knee and try and scoop because he can play that shot. There's nobody back. It's a big area. He's not going to get the length to do that. It's a quicker delivery from here. They want 2. Oh, they will get 2. It's a error in the field. Just needed to pick up and get the throw in quickly. Wasn't able to do so, and that's all that was required. I think they were going for 2, whatever. Just goes to show, if you apply yourself and you have that mindset, you get there. And it's going to be a wide or left there by DDC. Picked it early, saw it early. Didn't have to play at it. That's hit on the up, and it's going to go to the boundary. In fact, it would go all the way. It's another stunning shot from DDC. Moves into the 60s now. It's a bit of a full toss, and it's just crunched. But once again, just look at the positioning. Look at the upper body, perfectly still. Crunched out of the middle. Bang, boom, 6. Daniel Dolka ने बहुत अच्छी बैटिंग की, बहुत अच्छा प्लेयर है, बहुत रन इन्हें बनाया स्पेन ने, स्पेनिश टीम दा टॉप बैटर है, टॉप प्लेयर है, अरे ए इनिंग्स ते तुसी देख लो, और किसने रन बनाए नहीं, इन्हें कल्ले बनाए हैं, और किसने डबल फिगर नहीं बनाए, nobody else has gone to double figures. It's all about DDC at the moment. It's the DDC show. Well, some people like watching the BBC. You're better off watching DDC. That's what I say. It's more exciting and it's more entertaining, and you don't have to pay for it. Yeah, DDC any day. Yes, sir. Making some changes. Hit firmly in the same area. Well, you can make as many changes as you want, but if you're going to put it in the same spot, it's going to go the same way, and it does in style. What a knot this is. Just have a look at this. Same area again. The only thing was it wasn't quite as full, but DDC loving the way he plays the shot and then shows the bowl of the blade and says, there you go. And that also goes for 6. Incredible hitting. To be hitting 6s there like that, flat and hard, sensational. 99 then for 4. 8 overs done. DDC, well, DDC was the difference here last year in the Rodriguez Trophy when it was the 50 over format. Remember, in one match he scored 160, and another he scored 80. They just couldn't get him out. And, well, he's doing it again here. Priddle's Gladiators. Daniel Dolkaye leading the way. Chris knows what he's got to do here. And he does just that. Then, will they take 2? They will take 2. He says that again. They want to take 3, but they're not going to get the 3rd. Interesting, they do elect to take the 2. Hamza comes back. Remember, just bowled the 1 and took 2 wickets in that 1 over. That was over number 6. He does get brought back here. Swing and a miss. That's what I was thinking. I mean, you don't want to not take runs, and I'm pretty sure that the coaches, both Ali and Corey, would not want them to just take a single and leave a run out there. But I think when you look at what's happening out there, and you look at DDC when he's on strike compared to not just Chris. I mean, Chris has only just got out there, but all the other batters. DDC is scoring the run, so I think there you take. Me, I'm taking 1. But let's see what Chris can do here. He does dot 1 up. Hamza comes in again to him and swings hard, and he will get the single. So DDC will get on strike. So just the 1 ball that he dots up, he does okay. Now this will be interesting. 2 top players battling against one another. The battle of bat versus ball. Hamza Salim Dar up against DDC. Hello to Zahid, hello to Helix who are joining in, hello to Chris Smith. All coming in at a great time here. You're watching the final. Hello Terry Richmond, Rohit Chaudhary, hello to you. Making adjustments to the field again. Trying to set the field to those shots that he played for 6 in the extra cover area, but they go short, and that's not the way to put it. Jaime, that's all yours. And that's going to nestle in the beautiful pink flowers that we've got growing there on the bank. And that'll be plucked. It's easy hitting, that is. It doesn't really get the height on that shorter delivery. Unless it's around the shoulder height, it's going to get punished. I think it's a little bit lower. Come down a bit. Just about there, Jaime. Just about there. I'm trying to find the ball here. But cracking shot. It's a little bit lower, I think. They're going too high. And Charlie's going there to have a look now as well. And while they're looking for the ball, let's talk about... I did ask the question a bit earlier. And the question was... Who holds the record for the slowest double 100 in first-class history? 1987, greatness was firmly thrust upon Sri Lankan wicketkeeper opener Brendan Krupu, but only for a day or two, as he became only the 3rd person to score a double century on his Test debut against New Zealand, against the likes of Richard Hadley and all in Colombo. Krupu did it the hard way too. His 777-minute innings is the slowest double 100 in first-class history. And very much out of character for a man who likes to and has the reputation of being a slogger. So Brendan Krupu was the answer. If you got it right, well done, just for fun. The ball does get found. Hamza comes back well. Now, I think DDC is telling Chris here, boundary or bust. You don't really want to be taking a single here. It's the 9th over. Normally in T10 we have a saying that it all happens in the 9th. Not too much has happened in this one so far. The 100 came up. 10 runs have come off the over, and this. And he does swing hard now. They want 2 here. They've got to take 2. They've got to go for it. Here comes the throw, and he's missed. He has missed, Hamza. And I hope DDC has not hurt himself here. He literally had to dive and fly in. He might have landed heavily on his wrist. Hamza somehow has missed. Here's the throw. Nothing wrong with Lorne, and Hamza, yeah, that's not the way to do it. If he hit the stump, look at the bat there. I don't think that bat goes past the line. Hamza could have just dived forward with the ball, and he probably would have had his man. Hamza has missed the target from a meter away. Yaar ki kar ditta, tere lage ta sigi. Now that could be a big moment in this contest. Remember that when we go into the second innings, because if he had got the wicket, DDC would have been gone. And the score on the Nelson, 111, and no DDC. Now at the moment he is going to be on strike. So all the runs, if you like, that could possibly come off his bat here in this last over will come down to that little moment where Hamza, from almost point-blank range, misses the stumps and allows DDC to stay. The last over coming up, 111 for 4, and over to go. And who's going to bowl it? It's going to be Yasir to bowl it. And Yasir, he went for plenty, didn't he, in his first? Fade away, wants to. Look at him go. In comes the throw. Has to go to DDC's end. In comes the throw, and he's made it. He is just so quick. He's like a whippet, isn't he? He's like a whippet. Look at him go here. Just look at the running. Look at that. I tell you what, he would give most sprinters a run for their money, wouldn't he, DDC? So he gets 2. Yes, here. Just pulls out there. I think he just notices some initial early movement there from DDC, and he says, well, okay, I'll just wait, thank you. Hit hard, catching chance, and taken. Burns gets the wicket, so that's not going to hurt him too much. That run-out opportunity from Hamza, just 2 runs, as Lorne Burns, safe hands, takes the catch. And that is the end of DDC. C took all the pace off that, tried to go over the top of Lawns. Catch is taken, the wicket goes down. And that is the end of an incredible, sensational knock from Daniel Doyle Kayes, 76 of 28. And if you want to know just how important that innings is, just have a look at the scorecard. Isa, 9. Matthew Rahman, 6. Babar Khan, 8. Sebastian, first ball, 0. Chris is out there, 6 at the moment. Extras, 8. DDC, 76 of 28. 7 6s and 5 4s. Great knock. Yasir picks up the wicket. And now let's see how things go from here on in. New bat will be on strike. Yasir. Well, they're just going to scramble through for, I think that will be runs. He might have got a bit of glove on it, perhaps. No, it was pad. So leg byes to go on the board. A few people saying maybe it'll be easy chasing, not big score. Let me tell you, I don't see it that way, because I think we're going to see fire from the bowlers of Huria Roja as well. Don't forget they've got Murad Ali, and he is quick. Matthew Rahman will be fired up for this. Jafar Raza, and then you've got the spin of the likes of Madhav Nayak and Sebastian Hughes Binan. That's hit pretty well, but out. Doesn't really get it over the fielder. It goes high into the hands. Yasir picks up another. That's his second. Easy catch there taken. The man at backward point, no issues at all for Amir Hamza. And not the finish that they want to remember. 111 was the score at the end of the 9th. 2 more balls then off the innings to go. And Murad Ali is the next batter coming in here. And Madhav Nayak is the batter who's out there at the other end. So Chris goes for 6. Easy catch there for Amir. Another one for Yasir. Right. Looking to go big here. Swings high. Could be another. Should be another. It will be another. It's going to be a golden duck for Murad. So Murad goes without scoring. Manav can't get to the strikers end. And here we see it again. Swings hard, but it's a similar sort of length of the wicket, the ball that took the wicket off lawn. So another one bites the dust. It's another duck, and this time it's the golden duck. So let's have a look at Goldie as Murad is walking off. There's Murad, and there's our golden duck. There's Wiki for you, everybody. We have seen a golden, not for the batter that's coming in. The batter that's coming in is Jafar Raza, but Wiki. So, golden duck there for Murad. Corner bowled by Yasir. And that's in the air, and it's going to be taken. And would you believe it? We will finish with a hat-trick. There will be 4 wickets in the over. There will be a hat-trick to Yasir Ali. Let's have a look at it again. High up in the air, and very good catch there taken by Hamza Salim Dar. Yasir Ali has a hat-trick, and he's taken 4 in the over. And that last over, only 3 runs come from it, and 4 wickets. We have a hat-trick. Yasir Ali takes the hat-trick and ends the innings. 114 for 80 ends up. Wow, what a finish. And it was all about DDC, wasn't it? Just take a look at that. The best over in the match comes in the last. And the score 114. So an incredible finish. And Yasir Hamza's the man who takes the catch there. But all about Yasir bowling that last over. Remember, Yasir was a player who wasn't able to get here on time the other day because of the flight issues. Yeah, he had all sorts of issues with his flight, and was told, no, you can't get on this flight, that it's overbooked. But he came back yesterday, didn't quite get into his flow yesterday, but he's been great there today. What a bit of bowling that is there at the end. But got to say, that innings was all about Daniel Dolkai. When you look at those scores there once again, nobody else got into double figures. I'll go through them again. Isan 9, 6 there from Mati. There was 8 from Babar. There was nothing from Sebastian. And only 6 there from Chris, who stuck around and produced a partnership with DDC. Nothing from Manav, but he did get a striker ball. Murad Ali went without scoring 0. And Jafar Raza would also get a golden duck. And it was all about DDC, 76 of 28 deliveries. We'll take a short break. Probably will be around 15 minutes time when it's going to be the La Maria Azul coming out there to have a bat. They know they've got a big opportunity here to win this match. Corey is going to be there really sort of pumping them up because he wants to get a win this time round after La Furia Roja were victorious last year. John is back when we return in about 15 minutes time.
This European cricket event is proudly brought to you by our official timing partner, Rado, and our official charity partner, Share the Meal by the United Nations World Food Programme.
Hello viewers and welcome back and welcome to the commentary position here as we get ready for the teams to come out for the final innings of this Rodriguez Trophy. I want to take the opportunity to say a big thank you to everybody involved, of course to Cricket España, also to the La Manga Resort. And remember, for the European Cricket Network, this La Manga Resort is a special place. It's where things started back in 2019 with the very first ECO, and of course the rest is history, what happened from there on in. So it's a special place for us. It's great to be back, and it's great to be here for this Rodriguez Trophy where, you know, between Corey and Alistair, they've selected 24 of the best players in Spain to come together head-to-head to compete. And it all comes down to the last innings as well. The players are making their way out there now in the middle. The umpires are out there, umpire Naveed and Ijaz. Give them a shout out as well. Haven't they been absolutely fantastic? Great umpiring from the men in black. Big shout out to John Howden, who's been doing the scoring here. And of course, he's the CEO for Cricket España. And I want to give Rob and Tracy a shout out. They've been absolutely brilliant with the work they've done around the ground and also organising lunches and accommodation for everybody. So big shout out to them. And also, I want to give a shout out to the people that have made the trophy. And I know that Jose Enrique Perez Navarro is here with his family, and his company has made that wonderful trophy for Lux. So we'll give out some shout outs a bit later as well. Remember, after the final is over, this match is over, which we are treating as a final, with both teams going into it 2 apiece. Once the match is over, there will be a short presentation ceremony as well with the trophy, as well as 2 other awards will be given out. We have an award for the best bowler and the best batter of this Rodriguez Trophy. Here's the reply. Here's the first. And it's a bit of a swing and a miss, and batters will come back. They'll take a bye here. Big hoik at the first ball. Swing and miss. Welcome back to everybody that's tuning in. Hello to Helix, to Chris Smith, to Terry Richmond. John Heesham is in there as well. All waiting for a fantastic conclusion to this tournament. That's hit beautifully. Gets a swivel on this. Boom. Shaka Lagia. Barasona shot Maria. And that's Danilong Martinez. And a nice shot. He's always made good starts, has Danilong Martinez. Never gone on to put a big score on the board, but he does make a good start. He gets given the strike after the swing and a miss from Yasir, but the bye that was taken. Just a little bit too short on that occasion from Sebastian. Square leg is back on the boundary, and it's long on. That's the 2 that are allowed at the moment. And that's played very well, but good fielding, good stop. Very good stop there. Gets down, makes a stop. That's Murad Ali. We'll see him firing in soon as well. Interesting tactic to go with spin here first. And it's another one that's going to go through. What a good throw. Oh, he couldn't pick it up. Couldn't pick it up. Isan. If he could have picked that up and were able to get a good throw in to the bowler's end, maybe it was a chance, because Danilong Martinez was not quite expecting the run there. So yes, it swings and misses at another. Well, that's not a miss. That is sweet at the middle. Sweeter than a bowl of rasmalai. 3 carreras. Kinna Sona, Kinna Badda Shaka. Once again, the La Manga Torre boys will get this ball over for us. Well, where were the La Manga Torre boys the last 2 days? Would have been handy to have them here on those days as well. Well, ball comes back over. Thank you, gents. Big six. First, Maximo. Down the ground. The one that's gone over the leg side. Now one that's straight down the ground. 2 big sixes in the over, 15 off it. And this is another one that's gone through. So that's kind of been the way that it's gone. It's been a swing and a miss or a 6. And on this occasion, there's no buys or extras either. So 15 it will remain off the first. Welcome to the last innings of this Rodriguez Trophy. Hope you've had a wonderful time joining us here in La Manga. We certainly have. Fire meets the tide in what was La Manga's La Furia Roja, Red Fury or Red Rage, taking on the La Maria Azul, the Blue Tide. Of course, the Furia Roja were the winners last time round. They won comprehensively. But this time, it's like the tide has come in and might be extinguishing their flames. Murad Ali will bowl over number 2. After that one from Sebastian, the gamble to go spin doesn't pay off. I think they were trying to just sneak one over in there at the beginning and think, well, if it works, it works. Didn't quite work. Yeah, this ECN Rodriguez Trophy was designed as a high-intensity weekend in which established names must perform to retain their status, and the younger players have a genuine path to promotion. And it certainly has been that. We've seen some great performances from those young players. I mean, Manav Naik, he's performed fantastically well. We've seen good performances there also from the other youngsters, the Jafar Razas, the Rabanis, and not to mention some of the bowlers like Chris and Sebastian. It's been wonderful exhibition of cricket. Murad. Oh, I think that might be a wide. It will be. It was just too short for Murad. Banks it in hard in the deck, and that sailed over the head of Yasir. Yasir, who's had 2 swings and misses and had to run to the other end and take the bye, is looking to get back on the ball. As I mentioned at the beginning, and yes, it's only arrived yesterday, really, or late the night before, after being refused entrance to his flight because the flight was overbooked. But he did get here, and we're glad that he did. He certainly made that. He did took that hat-trick final over. Take just a single. You have a hat-trick in what turns out to be the final, and in that last over. 111 it was at the end of the 9th, and then just the 3 runs coming off the last, and 4 wickets, including a hat-trick. Yes, here. No change in the field. Square leg, long on back. Need wickets. Need him quick. Oh, he comes down the track here. Now they're asking the question, and I think it's a good question to ask. The batters are asking. Now he's a taller chap, is Danny Long Martinez. Now was that over the shoulder or not? Now he does come attacking the ball, but I don't think that's relevant. If the ball would have passed above the shoulder when he's in the batting stance, he just says it's fine. I think it was probably there or thereabout. I don't think it was over the shoulder. Played down the ground. There is a fielder there who does the fielding. Manav Naik keeps it to just the 1. Murad. I've been very impressed with the way Murad Ali has gone this weekend. He's played, I think, in every game. He's bowled in every game. And when he started on the first match, he was a little bit too full. He was aiming and going for the stumps, and batters were driving him to the boundary. but he adjusted his line beautifully. And he's bowled well. Maybe not taken stat loads of wickets, but his economy rate has been good. And he's shown that again here in this decisive match. Another swing and a miss. So Murad, good stuff. Can he finish? Can he finish well here? So 18 without loss. The first over went 15. And Murad has come back well here. Yes, here. Struggling a little. 4 balls for 1.
Close it, eh? Good ball. Finish, good over.
Okay, here comes Murad. And that's hit high in the air. Fielders are going after it. It'll be quite a sensational catch if they can get there. And not able to do so. Will be a couple of runs. And this is where a few people will say, well, maybe if Christian was there, maybe Christian, if he was there, may have had this. But you can see that just couldn't get a hand anywhere near it, Matty. It was going over the top of him. And still one to come. Yeah, there was a wide ball, wasn't there? Very first ball. That was the one that went over the head of Yesir. So 20 up. Needing to go at around 11 and a half and over, aren't they? So here comes Muradali again. Can he finish well, Murad? Slow ball. Goes for it. There is a fielder back there who has taken the catch. Manav Naik holds on to the catch. Make sure he doesn't go over the rope behind him. Beautifully judged. And there's the wicket. Murad does get it. Went for the big shot, but beautifully taken there by Manav. And that's going to be the end of Yesir. The first wicket falls right at the end of that second over. Well, sometimes the wide ball, which gives you the extra ball, ends up being a little bit of delight, and it does for La Furia Roja. They will get the first wicket. It will be the wicket of Yasir Rally. Yasir goes for 3 of 6. Manav in the action, taking the catch, and you just get the feeling that we're going to see a little bit more of Manav in this match. Well done to Murad. What a good over that is. Just a 5 from that one. And the wicket, 20 for 1. Needing another 95 for victory. La Furia Roja, the defending champions. La Furia Roja means the Red Fury or Red Rage. They're looking to rage back into contention and be crowned the flaming champions again. But Maria Azul are looking to extinguish the flame, and the Blue Tide is looking to be victorious themselves. 24 of the best players in Spain selected by Alistair Priddle and Corey Rutgers. Ali's Gladiators, are they going to be victorious here? Oh, that's a great shot. Well, Danilo Martinez is saving his best to this decisive match, isn't he? That's a crunching shot. And that has gone the distance. That is big. Es masivo. Eso es una grande. 6 más. Matthew Rahman. His first one was in the slot and gets dispatched. Danny Long gets set for the next. Then comes Matty. And just straps him in the pad. No run this time. Danny Long Martinez has been joined by Hamza Salim Dar. plenty to play for here, I think, Hamza. I think at the moment, the man that you see on your screen there, DDC, probably might have his hands on that banner award. Or will it go to Christian, who unfortunately is unfit. He's injured to play the final. That's played away for probably another boundary. Actually, the chase is on, but with this outfield nice and dry now after all the dew's been burnt away, that's only going one way, and that's one way to the boundary rope. Not a good delivery. Strays down the leg side and just helped away for 4. Cuatro carreras. Signal there by umpire Jazz. Here comes the next, and that's high, and that's going over us, or maybe on top of us somewhere. It's gone all the way over. Big hit. 6 runs. We're under attack here. Yep, here we are. Well, we do often come out and say hello. Well, hello, and we're safe. Hey, cut that out. At least it went over us. Welcome, everybody. And thank you for joining us on this magnificent sunny Sunday here at La Manga. We were under attack. Well, we were okay. We're okay. He hit that well enough to get over us and over the equipment. Though some of us, it has to be said, we were ducking. Oh, that was a big one. It was a biggie. Huge hit. Daniel Martinez. What a strike rate he's got at the moment. Going at 300 here. 30 of just 10 balls. And maybe he's had his garlic on National Garlic Day. He's being propelled by garlic power. And a bit later on, he can have an amaretto on National Amaretto Day. Oh, it's another. And it's just too wide for me to try and stop. That's going to be 4 more. And he is laying into Matthew Roman. Well, Matthew Roman is getting some of the treatment that he got yesterday. It's another crunching shot. Cuatro carreras más. And he's taking the ball to the sword. Jutia Paria, Matinu Changi Sitar. Matthew Roman needs to come back. DDC is having a chat with him. And trying to give him some encouragement here. And you just saw there. Share the meal if you can, folks, on this Sunday. Don't forget our charity partner is Share the Meal. And click the QR code. And if you can, please do donate and help to share the meal. And should be gone here. And he will. Well, whatever was said to him did the job. That's going to be the end of Danilo Martinez. So, shitter the bag here, but wicket be lely. It's just loses his head there. No mistake from Rabani. Rabani holds on to the catch, and they get the breakthrough that they needed. Danilo Martinez, a blistering 34 of just 11 deliveries, but he will go. Rabani holding on to the catch, and the wicket, Mario Roman, he does go for 20 in the over. It's a magical over, but he picks up a wicket. It's 40 for 1, and that's the end of the power play. Now, I wonder if they'll go to someone like Madav now, straight after the power play with the field can be pushed back. So, wicket goes. Rabani, I'm sure, takes the catch. And Mati, it was a long chat between him and DDC before that last ball was bowled. And whatever was said to him did the job right. Hey, everybody. I thought I saw a putty cat. I did. Sylvester the Cat's birthday today. We first saw Sylvester the Cat in 1945 when he made his official debut in Life with Feathers. Yes. Rolls around every year, giving fans a reason to celebrate one of the most beloved characters of the Looney Tunes universe. Sylvester the Cat. Talking of cats, actually, it is National Cat Lady Day. I'll tell you more. Why are cats often compared to women? Perhaps because both can be mysterious, independent, and occasionally unpredictable. I'm not saying that. Don't take it out on me. That's played. And it's just going to be a single. National Cat Lady Day celebrates the special bond between women and their feline friends. This day highlights the joy and companionship that cats bring to their owners' lives. So National Cat Lady Day links in quite nicely with Sylvester the cat's birthday. First appeared on our screens in 1945. Some changes to the field as Mohammed Kamran has joined Hamza right there. Both batters relatively new. Hamza's just got off the mark. Let's see what Kamran can do here. Well, he wears out the shoulder. Probably do need to run there. That's a run. And Hamza needs to be screaming and running down to the other end. He probably knows, though, he's not going to get the response that he would want from Mohammed Kamran. Well, Kamran getting a taste of his own medicine. This is where young Jaffa is going to be put to the test. The fuller delivery, and he's gone! He's gone! He's got to be gone here. It's full. He tries to play a ball down the leg side, and he's protesting, but that is going to be one of those. It's going to be a wicky. It will be a duck for Mohammed Kamran. Looking to play the straight ball. It's full, it's straight. He's looking to whip it on the leg side, and I have to say, looking at that replay, all right, the only thing we can't see there is whether it's dead straight. Only the umpire can see that, and the umpire says that is dead straight. Oh, boy. And umpire Naveed has definitely been in the action, hasn't he? And that is going to be the end of Mohammed Kamran. Kamran will go for a duck. It's going to be a 2-ball duck for Mohammed Kamran. And not a happy chappy as he goes. So Kami goes for 0 for 2. Leg before. And Jaffa, what a wicket that is for young Jaffa Raza. Gets the big scalp of Mohammed Kamran. Probably a player that they look up to, a player who is often encouraging the youngsters and coaching them. And Jaffa Raza gets his scalp. A new bat has to come in. It's played away, and they will take the single. That's better. It's probably fair to say, I mean, Mohammed Kamran probably still wouldn't have run, but it's fair to say that if they had taken that run, the leg by, then he wouldn't have been on strike. So Lee Rimmer, who I've been impressed with this weekend, I think he was once again brilliant behind the stumps in the match today when their innings. Yesterday, I think he was superb, and he's got that aggressive play about him. Talk about aggressive, and that's going to be over the fielder, and it's going to be 6 runs. One man who's super aggressive is Hamza Salim Dar. This boy, I think, loves his format. This is the format he loves to play. Just go out there and be told, just go ballistic from ball 1. And he crunches that away. They needed that boundary, didn't they? They needed the boundary just to keep this innings going. Just have a look at the Manhattans there at the moment. You could see that it's a good little flurry there towards the end, wasn't it? But when that wicket went there of DDC, and the runs also slowed right down. Only, remember, the 3 runs coming off that last over. End of the over, 49 for 3. So 9 runs, and the wicket of Mohammed Kamran in that one. And do stay in touch with us, and look, do follow us. A lot of information about our up-and-coming events on the social media, and we've got quite a few events lined up, and looks like a big summer there at the Sporting Alfest Cricket Ground, the Woodbridge Oval there at Alfest Del P. European Cricket Festival will be upon you before you know it, starting there on the 23rd of this month through to the 28th. And well, there might be a little excursion happening to one of the islands as well, I'm told. And we might be partying in Ibiza. How about that? We could have a little party in Ibiza. But yeah, go on to our socials and find out more about all of that. Taking a bit of time to get things sorted here. Did you see the captain having a chat here to Matty? So going back to Matty now, I'm a little bit surprised here. Matty did go for 20, but I suppose it was Danny Long that was taking a liking to him. That's going to be a no ball. No ball called, so that's probably missed the pitch completely. So free hit, and that's the last thing that you want to Hamza Salim Dar. Yeah, the reason why I'm a little bit surprised, I actually would have seen Munav into the attack by now. I think after, well, Jaffa bowled that over, he got the big wicket, only went for 9. But I would have gone with Munav before they get too many more runs on the ball. The 50 has come up, free hit, and it's going to be hit hard, and it's going to go all the way for 6. It was a full toss, wide outside the off. Hamza, the power that boy has. Now, don't forget, normally T10 we play in 50-metre boundaries, and a lot of people often say, well, that's why they're hitting those 6s. This is not a 50-metre boundary out here. That's about, well, I reckon at least 70. And he has hit that on the up, flat, for 6. It's an amazing shot. Been absolutely crunched. And there's those, how you can follow us again on your screens. And that is going to be 4 more. 4 carreras. And it's going to be a goal! Well, we had one on day 1, and there it is in the back of the net. What a goal! And, of course, well done to Atletico yesterday, who won the Copa del Rey. And, no, they didn't, actually. They lost on penalties. I was just saying that to wind Dan Walker. Dan Walker was very upset this morning. Dan, that one just for you. Yeah, they lost on penalties. But well done to the Spanish women that got a good win. Winning 5-0. Oh, that was like a penalty there, wasn't it? Just when I said that, John Haddon's head popped up, said, no, they didn't. Yeah, Dan Walker wasn't a happy chappy when he came in today. Comes Matty again. This time not a boundary, but hit just for a single. Hamza won't mind that. I'm going to try and stay on strike.
Booney. Come this way. Okay, stay there. Murad, out.
Making some changes in the field. And it's played nicely. Nicely timed shot. Fielding gets done there. Yeah, and of course, 2-2 it finished yesterday, and then Real Sociedad did get the win on penalties. 4-3, and I know that most of the places around here had the football on. Football, of course, very big, but cricket growing all the time. So Real Sociedad winning the Copa del Rey. And then, of course, a good win for the Spanish women as well in the footy. Gives himself a bit of room. And it's just going to be a single. Now, well, what's Hamza doing? Hamza's done an injury now. Hamza is hopping around. Oh, no. Well, I thought for a moment it was his trousers that were falling off, and he was holding his trousers up. But it's not that. He has hurt himself. And yeah, this is what I was talking about. The European Cricket Festival. Play the game, feel the joy. Yes, indeed. 23rd to the 28th of April. Back there in Alfés del Pi. Beautiful part of Spain. And there on the Costa Blanca. And the Woodbridge Oval will once again be centre stage where the European Cricket Network will be bringing you the action from the 23rd to the 28th. So looking forward to that. And I will be there. And I'm not sure who will be joining me there, but I'll certainly be there to start that one off. So please do join me. And like I said, I think right after that, there might be the party cruise going to Ibiza. Looks like there could be a weekend at Ibiza, so that'll be great. I've never been to the Ibiza ground. I know that they've done a lot of hard work to it, and I've seen it on social media, and it looks very, very good. Looks like a lovely setup. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that one, but we'll have to wait and see. So plenty of cricket coming your way. There's that discussion there once again here. So they are going to go with Manav now. 63 is the score after 5 overs. 63, 4-3. The wickets did fall pretty quickly. 5 over scores. It's 63 compared to 55. So they are just ahead, so they have lost a wicket. That's big. That is big. Watch out down below in the nets is the call, because that has gone right over into where Manga Torre are practicing. And they're saying, we're not getting danger money. We're not coming back to practice on a Sunday, not when you boys are playing, they're saying. I did say they've got to wear some helmets. I think that one might have landed on the top of the net. It was a biggie. It was a monster strike, it really was. Well, we'll wait for the boys to sort out the ball. Well, look at them there. Well, yesterday was yesterday was National Pinata Day, not today. Yeah, blindfold him and tell him to do it. Yeah, well, yesterday was National Pinata Day. Well, come on, blindfold him, give him a stick, and let him deal with it. Oh, boy, boy. Well, come to me for a minute, and let's talk about my next question. This is an interesting one. I like this question. Who holds the record for the highest score by a night watchman? All right. The highest score by a night watchman. Back to the action. This one? No run. Yeah, who holds the record for the highest score by a night watchman? I'll give you that in a bit. I'll give you a chance to try and get that one. If you get it, yeah, without cheating. It's been called, I think that got called a wide. Yeah. It did. Wide ball. And it's hit firmly and hard. It's another one that will disappear. Hamza Salim Dar means business. Boom. Shaka lagya. Ginna sona. And Hamza signaling something there as well. I don't know. I think he wants. Well, he's asked for some water. I thought maybe he wanted some freeze spray because he was struggling a little bit. Well, that's another one that's out of here. It's been absolutely blasted away. And while they're trying to get that one off the top of the nets, you can join me once again. Well, we don't want to see what's happening over there. And, well, some of the ladies are probably saying, oh, yeah, we'll have that on a Sunday morning. No, you won't. Hey, I want to say a very happy birthday to Polo's Mrs. Polo, or Mrs. Butsamati, happy birthday. And there's the invisible hand that comes again from time to time. Yeah, have a wonderful birthday there in Portugal. And well, whatever you get up to, I'm sure that when Polo arrives tomorrow, he's going to take you out for a nice meal. So get the babysitters in. Anyway, have a great birthday. We're still waiting for that ball to come back. So yeah, that question again was, who holds the record for the highest score by a night watchman? Okay, have a go at that. We'll give you a couple of overs to think about that one. Do join us, of course, at the end of the match. We will have a very short presentation ceremony. We'll be joined by a few people, and I know that Keenan will be here, the son of Juan Carlos Rodriguez, to do the presenting. So go back to the middle. That's the way that the Manhattans are looking. And look at the maximum rate. It looks like Maria Azul are pretty close to overtaking La Furia Roja in the number of Maximus as well.
Boys, 1 wicket away, yeah.
You can hear DDC saying we're 1 wicket away. 39 needed of 28. Hamza on fire, smashing the ball all over the place. In comes Manav Nayak again. And good comeback from Manav. This time around, I think Hamza was just looking to drop the bat on it and maybe look for the single. Lee Rimmer at the other end only faced 2 balls. Short, but slower. Look at the movement on this. And, wow. I think he bowls the wrong one there. Completely bamboozles Hamza. Big shot coming, I feel. Big shot, big moment. Big shot. Bang. Boom. Gone. 6. 6 carreras más. And Hamza Salim Dar is just picking the right ball. Just felt that after the last 2 deliveries started, he was just winding himself up. Sebastian, there's no way he needs a step ladder to try and get to that one. It still would have sailed over him, I feel. So another one gets blasted away. Been a little bit short at times, haven't they? Here we go again. And he leaves this alone. It's going to be a wide. They're going to take it on. Ooh, direct hit would have been close. But Rimmer does get there. There's the wide call. No, it's another wide.
You're going to have to move around. Jaffa. Murad, you're going to have to come in.
Rimmer. What does Rimmer do here then? Now look, the over's gone pretty well already. 21's come off the over. Still got those 2 balls to come with the wides. So you don't have to. I mean, this is an over where you don't want to give a wicket away. It'd be silly to do so.
Catch it!
And it's going to be somehow stopped by Murad. There was shots to catch it. I think this is one where, I don't know, maybe another fielder, a different person in charge of the catch would have probably dived forward to try to take it. Murad, in the end, he gets there, but he ends up being yorked by it. And that is the end of the over.
Straight? Straight, yeah.
So, here comes Sebastian. Sebastian just about a bowl. They just want to check the scores here. Very important to do so. Score on 85. So that over went for 22 from Manav. I don't know. I just feel perhaps they waited a little bit too long for him to come on. I think I would have liked to see him. I mean, you could have even brought him on out in the 4th over, the one that Jaffa bowled really well. They're not going back to Jaffa either. They're just checking the scores here, getting these scores right. And then we can carry on. Very important to get it right. Meanwhile, I will say big warm welcome. I know that Jose was walking around the ground, Jose Enrique Perez Navarro. And he's here with his family, and he's the man, or his company, Formlux, is responsible for the magnificent trophy that we've been showing you. And it does look wonderful. And that will be presented to the winning team. We also have prizes for the best bowler and the best batter. And I think it will, batting-wise, it will be between Hamza and Christian, I feel. DDC is also in the play. So those 3, perhaps. DDC, don't forget his contribution in this match with that 76. But
Come on, boys!
Hamza, his all-round performances have been good. Bit of waiting going on here now, which is not good for, I think, for the... I've said this before, I think whenever there's a bit of a delay, it probably affects the batters a little bit more than it does the bowlers. So we're just getting that sorted here now. It looks like 79 is the score. Looks like we've got that now up to date. 79. So Sebastian. That gets played away. So it's going to be a single. So remember.
Good serve.
Takes a single.
Someone has to come in.
Just checking those scores. I get the feeling that I think that might have taken it to 86, but the scores will get that sorted in a moment here. At the moment, Sebastian coming to bowl his second. His first went for 15. That's nicely played away. Should be 2 runs here. Interesting to see how Hamza goes, because remember we did see him kind of nursing a little bit of a muscle, looked like a bit of a muscle pull or strain, but he did get a little bit of treatment on that when he smashed one ball on top of the nets. Gets down on one knee and he sends this flying. He plays that shot so well, does Hamza Salim Dar. It's a cracking shot, gets down on one knee and he crunches it out of the middle. It's another banger. अरे वाह किन्ना सोना बहुत बढ़िया शॉट मारिया अपने हमजा ने पता नहीं सवेरे सवेरे की खा के आया और यार मैंने तो आता कई बारी फ्रूट मिल जाता है कई बारी पता नहीं ये सीरियस दे दिंदे आ इन्हों पता नहीं परौंठे मिले होने आ देख ला किद्दां पटाके चल पे आ that's another firecracker is another big one he's full of that and that's mashed away. So I'll wait for that ball to come back again. Let's have a quick look at this with the length of speed. I think from that, the way Hamza's playing, you look at those deliveries there where you got the 5 and the 12. The issue is with Hamza, especially when the spinners are bowling there, Manav Naik and also here now Sebastian, Hamza goes down on one knee, gets right underneath it, doesn't he? And he crunches it down. Let's have a look at the percentages in a moment of where the runs have been scored while on your screen. Just take a look at the beautiful ground as the ball does look like it's come back. But Maximo's wise, La Marea Azul are almost there. It's almost neck and neck. I think if Hamza hits another 1 or 2 out of here, then I think they'll take the lead in that front as well. 23 of 22, almost a runner ball. And just waiting now. The ball's come back. Just waiting to get the scores right because I do feel that it's very important at this point. So I think we're going to be ready now. I think the scores you got on your board now are right. I think we just had 1-6 to update on the score, and there should be what? Yeah. So we'll just get that sorted for you now. Just wait for it. And that's why I wanted to have a look at the. Just want to have a look at these. Yeah, look at those. That's what I thought we were going to see. All of those runs. Look, nothing there on the offside sort of backward point. Everything's been hit straight. Massively straight. So I think we're right there now. So 1, 2 and 6, 94 for 3. And that's up. And chance now. And he's spilt it. Oh boy. Catch gaya thalle. Tonu pata na main ki kehn laga. Catch ta gaya thalle. Pe catch nahi gaya. Match bhi shayad gaya. Chance siga. Badda chance. Hamza. आया फील्डर टॉपी लिथगी बॉल भी गिर गई and that's DDC, the captain, puts it down, and with that could also be the match gone, I feel. Oh boy, it's one of those. We know that Mohamed Cameron did it yesterday to, I think, reward La Furia Roja with the win. And it could be DDC this time. Big moment to get Hamza. End of the over. Sebastian, he's been unlucky. He's go for 25 without any wickets. But he knows that he should have had the big one of Hamza. 98%, 2% now in favour of La Marea Azul to get the victory. Hamza on 49, 18 of 18, 97 for 3. Who they go to here now? I think you've got to, for me, you got to go with your main strike bowlers. I think Murad has to come back there. You're going to also go back here to Jaffa. Jaffa bowled very well. Remember, he got the wicket of Mohamed Cameron for 0. Just 9 came off. He's 4th over. Just got to try whatever they can here. Here comes Jafar Raza. It's hit pretty hard, but along the deck, DDC does the fielding. Just a single here. I think Rimmer would like to have a few hits here as well. He's just been he's had the best seat in the house for those 19 balls that Hamza has taken to get his 50. Well batted to Hamza. Bahut achhi batting kitti. Gave that chance though. That will always be a big figure in this match, but he completes the 50 of 19 balls. Let's see if Lee Rimmer can play a few shots from the other end. Well, he gets a Gundy full toss. And what the umpires think about that? He's only going to get the single. I think it might have been dipping. Is that slower ball? I think he got ready to play a funky. See, gets ready to play a funky shot. So I think here quite cleverly, actually, that Jafar Raza follows him with a slow full toss and doesn't allow him to play the shot that he was looking to do so. So Hamza gets back on strike. That's down the leg side. Asking the question now. I think, yeah, well, it's not a little itch or a twitch that Naveed has there. He's shaking his leg about, saying, no, it catches a bit of the pad. There was some noise. That's why it's not a wide. Good take, though, there from Isan. They need this wicket. That will give them hope that they can be back in this match. 16 required of 15. They need the wicket of Hamza. And maybe then there's some hope. High in the air. Another chance. And this one has been brilliantly taken. Wow. He takes the harder catch. That's an incredible catch. Well, Hamza will depart, so there is hope here for Roja. Have a look at this. What a catch. That's incredible. So he drops the easy one, takes the hard one, does make amends, and maybe there the captain, Daniel Doyle Kaye, has given his team a chance. 99 for 4. Hamza goes on 50 of 21 deliveries. DDC holds on to the catch this time, and it's Jafar Raza that picks up another wicket. He's got the wicket of Mohamed Cameron and now of Hamza Salim Dar. 2 for 11. It's good bowling, isn't it? Question almost comes back to say, well, sometimes why are you holding some of your key bowlers back? Well, new batter. It's taken a long time to get to the other end. And meanwhile, Alistair has run on and given his gladiators, he's fueled them with some more fire, and they need it, don't they? They need it. 99 for 4, needing 16 or 14. So it's whenever it gets to more than run a ball, it gets interesting. Rimmer still there at the non-striker's end. It's a new batter. Comes out. Left-hander. Looks like it's Amir Hamza, perhaps. Oh, he gets a high one. He's blasted out of here. I think he's lucky that this ain't called a no ball. I really am. That for me should maybe be a 7-up. He got away with one earlier, which I think was generally dipping. Let's have a look at this. That looks like it's over the waist to me. But it's 6 runs, gets a swivel on it. Thank you very much for the gift. Oh, thank you, Yard. A little present gift wrap. And Amir Hamza gets 6 of his first ball. Also brings the 100 up. 10 of 13. 10 of 13. Raza lets himself down. New batter, first ball to him. And some change happening here now. What? The lid. Well, he said, oh, yaar, aate mere full toss marda, mainu lid de do. Yeah, good decision. He said, he's bowling beamers at me. Give me a lid. Yeah, makes sense. And you know what I say? Always wear the lid. Very, very sad news there from Terry Richmond saying he had to put his beloved pet Rottweiler down the other day. That's sad news. I feel for you, Terry. That's up in the air. It's going to bounce just before Chris gets there. They don't really need to take a risk here with a second run, though it probably was on. And the batter's quite happy to take the single. End of the over, 106 for 4. 9 required of the 2 overs left. So there has been maybe a change in tide here. La Furia Roja look like they are going down. They went down in the first match, 129 to 133. Hamza was the player of the match there. It's took 2 for 25 and scored 34 not out of just 10 balls. And then Furia Roja came back strong, 152 to 155, chasing the target down with 10 balls to go. DDC, 65 of 45, player of the match. Good partnership between him and Matthew Rahman was worth 92. Short and played away, and it's going to be another boundary for more. Not a good delivery here from Muradali to the left-hander. Wants to make a change in the field, but I think it just wasn't a good delivery. Down the leg side, Baba Khan can't do anything to stop it. It's been a little bit too short. And Amir, after hitting 6 to get going, gets a single and then gets 4. So any big hit would do it here now. In match number 3, La Maria Azul, 181 for 7. La Furia Roja made it 2 wins out of 2. Christian Munoz Mills, 76 of 43. But Mati Uraman, 26 of 9. Made that win possible despite the 4 wickets from Atif Mahmood, 4 for 29. And that might be it. I think that is it. It is done and dusted. That will be the winning runs. 6 more from Amir Hamza. And a little bit of the, as he gets a swivel on that. Sweet out of the middle. And the tide has changed here at La Manga here in Marmanor. La Furia Roja will go down, and it will be the Blue Tide that are going to be crowned the winners of this Juan Carlos Rodriguez Trophy. Congratulations to Maria Azul. They win the contest, and they do it in style with a big 6 there from Amir Hamza. And played that away beautifully. Thanks to a good knock there from Hamza Salim Dar, 50 of 21 after a very impressive Danny Long Martinez gave him a good start. He scored 34 of 11. So it all comes to an end here. We've had a wonderful weekend. Remember, if you can, do stick around. We will do a Juan Carlos Rodriguez presentation ceremony after the match. The time for me to once again say a few thank yous to everybody and present that marvelous trophy from Formlux, thanks to Jose Enrique Perez Navarro and his company. There's the players, they're shaking hands. And of course, they all know each other, the best 24 in the business here in Spain. And well, I think it's time for us to give them big thanks for the action that they provided us here at this weekend for La Manga. And I'm pretty sure that Alistair Priddle and Corey Rutgers have had a good look at all the players there, some old and some new. And a big thank you, of course, to the umpires there as well. Done a great job, did Naveed and Ejaz. So, time for you to join me momentarily here in the commentary position. I pretty soon will be making my way to the other part of the ground to assist in the presentations. But before I go, if you're not able to join us a little bit later, I want to say a big thank you to everybody involved, of course, to Cricket España and also to the La Manga Resort. It's always good to come back to La Manga. Of course, we were first here with the European Cricket Network in 2019. Thank you to Paolo, thank you to James, thank you to John Howden, CEO of Cricket España, also doing a wonderful job with the scoring. I mentioned the umpires, they were great. Of course, a big thank you to Alistair and Corey for getting the players together and organising the 24 players. But it has been a marvellous event, and we've thoroughly enjoyed our time here. Of course, big shout out to some of our partners. Of course, want to say big thank you to Rado for always being there for us, and last but not least, a big thank you to all of you viewers wherever you've been tuning in from around the world. So do stay tuned. We will have the trophy presentations ceremony coming up in probably around 10 to 15 minutes time.
reckon you're too far. Give me a countdown, yeah?
Hello everybody, hello viewers, and ladies and gentlemen and the cricketers, welcome to the Juan Carlos Rodriguez Trophy Presentation Ceremony. Give yourselves all a big round of applause to all the players. Before we go on to giving the awards, I want to first of all mention Juan Carlos. He's not able to be with us, unfortunately, but I want to just talk a little bit about him. First of all, give him big thanks for sponsoring this Rodriguez Trophy, sponsoring with his company Group 1, helping the players with their shirts and with their caps, and also this fantastic trophy. I'm sure you'll agree it looks quite amazing. And of course we've got some awards later for the best batter and also the best bowler. Let's hear it for Juan Rodriguez Carlos. I've known Juan for a while actually, and I just want to reflect a little bit on Juan because, as you know, I've played cricket here in Spain, and then so I've known him as a player, I've known him as an official when we've been doing organising events and officiating. Also known him once we've had to organise some events here at La Manga. I've been involved with him in a number of ways, including with Cricket Spania. I know John, myself and John and Juan did a lot of things together, good things to help cricket on the move upwards, and also through being with European Cricket Network. And one thing I can say about Juan Carlos and of course his family is that the passion that they have and the hard work that they put in and the desire and dedication to grow the sport here in Spain and with that in Europe is just fantastic. And I think once again we should appreciate and acknowledge that and give him another round of applause to Juan Carlos and his family. I've mentioned the trophy. The trophy does look fantastic, and that's thanks to Jose. Jose is here, Jose Enrique Perez Navarro and his family, and thanks to his company, Formlux, for producing this marvellous trophy. So thank you very much for the trophy. I think it looks great. Let's have a round of applause for the trophy. Continuing with some thanks, I want to thank the La Manga Resort here in La Manga. Of course, the European Cricket Network, it's a special place for us. It's where we really started. It's where the European Cricket League 2019 happened. So to come back here is always great. And to come back and see it looking so fantastic is absolutely brilliant. So big thanks to the La Manga Resort and also to Cricket Espana for once again welcoming us here and making this into a truly great memorable event. Some thanks to Rob. I've seen Rob, he's probably working somewhere behind somewhere. Rob and Tracy, they've helped to look after the ground. I know a lot of work has been done before we got here and during while we were here around the ground, the lunches and the accommodation. So a big thank you to Rob and to Tracy. Let's talk a little bit about the men in black. I think you players have got used to these two officiating. Naveed and Aegis once again did a brilliant job. Well done to the umpires. Of course, alongside the umpires we need the scorers as well, and I think for Cricket Espana once again John Howden, great job from you John, well done. And the man who came all the way from Madrid, Dan Walker, who's in front of me here. Dan, I want to thank you. Dan was doing all of capturing all the action on the roaming camera. I think Dan did a wonderful job. Dan, well done. And then I've mentioned about some of the scoring. Of course, the European Cricket Network had its own scorers here, and I think that was done by Paolo and by James, and also the streaming. So let's hear it for the European Cricket Network. And of course, we have to acknowledge the hard work that's been put in by Corey and also by Ali. Done a lot of work selecting the players to come here to get this, 24 of the best players in Spain together. I know it couldn't have been easy. It was hard work getting them here and keeping them on their feet as well. So let's hear it for Corey and Alistair. Ali. And before we start doing the presentations, I just once again want to focus on the players. You guys, I've seen some of you guys play all the time. I've been in Spain, some of you, and I've seen a lot of new faces that have come on board already. And taking into consideration that it is, you know, very early season, the start of the season, some of you probably haven't picked up a bat or a ball at all before you've got here. I think your performances were fantastic. It was great viewing. I know that our viewers who were tuning in from around the world really did enjoy the quality of the cricket that they saw played here. And in the end, we did get, all the neutrals got what they wanted, and that was the final, which was basically 2-2 going into the last match. And in the end, well, one team had to win, but I think you will all agree that cricket was definitely the winner. Give yourselves a round of applause. So I'd like Corey and maybe Alistair to come forward now. I know we're going to give the awards for, first of all, we'll start with the best bowler. So this was done by basically looking at the stats, so whoever took the most number of wickets, and when it comes to the best batter, it was the most runs. And it was a close one. There was a number of people in the hunt, and in the end, it was decided in that last match, the decider. We went into it with Manav. Where's young Manav? Manav was, you were there, mate, you almost had it, but then a great performance there from, it was a great performance from Atif Mahmood once again. Atif was the highest wicket taker with 11. You are.
Congratulations. Come on, there's the camera. Well done, buddy.
So congratulations once again to Atif Mahmood, and just bowled very well from day one all the way through. Fantastic bit of bowling, thoroughly deserved. Now we move on to the best batter. Ali's got the presentation to do there. This one was also very close, and it has to be said, it once again came down to what happened in that last decisive match. And I know there was a great performance once again in there from Daniel. Great performance from you in the final when your partners were falling, you stood firm, and it was a great knock, a quality knock there. But in the end, you finished with 175 runs, but the most runs, when it's again another good performance in the final, was Hamza Salim Dar. Okay, now it comes to presenting the trophy. I know that Keenan is here. Keenan, would you like to come forward representing the Rodriguez family? It's great to have you here. Let's have a good round of applause for Keenan. And I think it's time now for Keenan to present the trophy to the winners. So we always said that there could be a change of tide, and there was a change of tide. The Furia Roja, you were good, and yet there was rage about you, there was fire about you, but in the end, in that decider, it was the tide, the Marmorera Azul, that was able to distinguish and extinguish your flames. So I'd like to, yes sir, please come forward, the winners, the Blue Tide.
Domination! It's our year, fellas. Get a photo, boys. Big photo, big smiles. Get the checks at the front.
Yeah, bit of beans, boy.
Yeah! More photos, Hunter. Keep going. Keep going. Thanks, Rico. Well done, guys.
Well done.
Well done, boys. Already know who they are. Get some photos if you're not Paul.
Please, one photo.
What's your plan now?
Emmy?
Charlie?
Yeah, Manny.
Hamza? Yassir? Oh, sorry. Everyone, take some photos, chill out. I've got a private chat with you guys. I need an immediate message. Wait, the rad can wait. Pack up, deck close. I've got a few things to do. And it's okay.
Take a photo.
Just say something.
You get in the middle.
Chilo! Ready, boys? Lovely. No, not really. All good. I want to get. Rimmer, let's have a photo.
So folks, there we go, that's it, the presentations have been done. It's been a fantastic weekend of cricket. We thoroughly enjoyed it, I hope you have. It's always great, especially for us, the European Cricket Network, to come back here at the beautiful Manga Resort. This is where it all started, ECL 19, and we've carried on from there. Celebrations will continue here, but well done to both sets of players. I want to say a big thank you to everybody that's been tuning in from around the world as well. We've had a lot of people that have been watching on YouTube, but remember, the cricket doesn't stop here, it does continue. You can follow us as we go back to Sporting Hour Fest there, starting on the 23rd of this month through to the 28th. So more action, some more cricket coming your way with the European Cricket. It's a festival of cricket, so do join us for our cricket festival. But from here, Manga, it's time for us to say goodbye. So remember, like I always like to say, be good, be kind, be safe, be happy. See you soon at Sporting Hour Fest.